This pen's fairly thinning out. But hey, my bloated beast has stopped getting bloated. That's 24 hours now since I degassed it, and it is not bloated up again. I basically did it 3 days in the trot, and it's looking well now. Looking a lot better. Looks fairly healthy. Ears are perky. Nice lump of a calf, that. Lovely. Look at this wee piddly thing. This must be like, yeah, there's a later calf born, 387, so that would be late April born, I would think. Nice lump, that. 302, that was the third born calf of the year. Nice bullock. That'll finish quick. First fix of the day, that yoke. A small coolant feed pipe, I don't know where and from, but the pipe was leaking, so Duncan and I quickly stripped that wee pipe off, changed an O-ring on it, and it seems to have fixed it. I've just left it running there to come up to temperature. Next stop, a lorry for winter barleys. Load of barley just the way to go. He's also got some turnip seed for me in his cab. Putting in some neeps for Glen Muirhead for his sheep on some ground that the hens are going to take up as of April next year, so we're not going to be able to put a winter crop in there obviously, or a spring crop, so it's going into grass, so we may as well try and get something out of it just now. We're going to wind up with about half a load left. The yield's worked out at 220 tonne of this TARDIS seed barley. So if you're working on a 29 tonne lorry, which is probably more like 28 and a half or something like that, but so it should be a 17 odd tonne length. Oh aye, I'll chuck it in the bucket. Right, that's him loaded. He's just giving it a wee shunt, just filling in the paperwork. Sweet. Just gonna have a look, see what's left. Right, we're at yard 3 here. Kev's subsoiled it. He's given the headlands a good go. Subsoil was doing a good job in the hard conditions. So I'm going to have a go at disking it, hopefully it doesn't ball up too much. Disc it now, trying to disrupt all the chaff so that there's not a big slug build-up. And then in a few weeks' time we'll sow winter barley in here and we'll disc it again, then the one pass will go in straight behind those set of discs. So I've no legs on right now, well just the ones behind the wheels, and then the pass before the drill we'll put the legs on. We'll take an angle on it, just to run back and forth across the tram lines at an angle, and it'll get sewn again with the exact same tram lines as year before. Most of our tram lines are pretty much the same every year. We're not needing a huge angle on it, so let's go like that. New line, A plus angle, bang, that's the angle, happy days, A, done, save. I'm on the wrong settings, you can tell that by the flow rate. This blue one should be on a timer. Wrong way. There we go. I took the front press off of this and I'm definitely missing it. I can tell I've not got it. I was going to put the stone grape on, but I'm missing a little short link and we need it for the drill. Could have just pinched it. I should have pinched it. Let's just check our bearing here in the end. Feel like we'll collapse. Still one piece. Is it warm? No. Good. Good sign. There we go. It's doing exactly as we would like. Although it seems to be doing a better job on this bank than that bank. See, there's more stalks kicking up there. Let's just have a wee look-see what's happening different. Aggression on the discs as they're set separately. These ones are needing turned up a fraction. Which way am I wanting? Yeah, that way. Oh, nice. Bloody hell. That's stiffer than it should be. That's a 4, that's a 3, and this is at 4, and that's at just over 3. Yeah. Let's see if that's evened it up. That's a bit better. There's a few stalks down the middle, and that's just because we've taken one disc out in the middle, because when we switched the banks about, so they're both the front disc pulling in and the back disc pushing out, there was an overlap of some discs and they were going to be just too close. It was going to get just bound up with stones or soil or even touch, so there's quite a large gap there. These front discs, when we go over the tram line, there's loose soil, they do just bind, they just throw the soil up a bit in the middle there if you can see it. Once we're out of this rough soil, it clears, which might be an issue when we come to disc this ground again pre-sowing. Pulling a lot better though, a lot more square. We'll know when we join up again with another width. Yeah, we're pulling so much more square. That pass I was going that way. As we're looking at the back here, the pass on my right, I was going the opposite direction to where I'm travelling right now, and there's not a huge overlap, whereas prior to us swapping the discs roundabout there was a massive overlap going one direction. I'm amazed how much of a difference having the banks have equal force on them, if you know what I mean. Front bank of discs are all pulling in the centre, back bank of discs are all thrown out from centre. Whereas before it was front discs all left, back discs all right. The front discs, they're hitting undisturbed ground, so they're working harder getting in that ground, whereas second bank, they're working soil that's already moved and it's looser, so there's less force on those discs. So the front disc, whichever way they're pointing, they dictate where the machine sits offset relative to tractor. So now we've made them square, it's pulling a lot better. We're averaging 6.6 litres a hectare, 0.03 litres of AdBlue per hectare. I don't know how it's coming up with that number. Right, we've a wee chunk done, but I'm going to need to go. Let's see, I'm on about a hen shed. Fired the dryer up, so it's filling. Didn't get anything going in it yesterday, just was that other stuff, so hopefully we'll get a fair chunk through the dryer today. It's not a massive priority because once we finish this OSR, there's nothing else to dry and there's nothing else getting cut for a good couple of weeks. Quite a big delay between the OSR and then getting to spring barley, spring wheat, winter wheat. Chuck this trailer under the spout of the dryer, so when the batch comes off we can put it straight in this trailer. I hate the sensors in this forklift. I hate them. This is our newest, shiniest, low hours, most capacity forklift, and I like it the least out of all our forklifts. The oldest yoke is 21-year-old. It's not the best for doing a full day's job at dung or grain or bales. It's the first one I pick for a wee odd job. And in the middle one, 2015, 11-year-old, it is the first one I would pick for a day at moving grain or something like that. This one is last for almost everything. I'd maybe pick it first for shifting bales. Even then, it's a bit of a push. Need to get Kev refueled, but the road's... They decided to works on the road here. 18 days there's closures for, in the middle of harvest. Bang on between yard 2 and 3. hopefully we can, because I'm just going left at that digger. Aye. Cheers. I've managed to get in today. Yesterday that was cut across and you couldn't get access up here. First weeks of August. I appreciate they have to do works, but do them at a sensible time. Do them between October and June. If they're not finished by the time we start cutting wheat or barley at yard 4, then we're stuffed. There's a bit of rain lingering. It's Saturday today. Hoping to get all the OSR finished as of today. Next week looks unbelievably wet. Tuesday, Wednesday I think it is. 30mm Tuesday, 20mm Wednesday. Kev is in here, disking away all of the OSR stubble. Oh, that rain, oh. That looks gloomy, doesn't it? Very gloomy, very ominous. Kev's fueled up, rains. Oh, I think we're going to catch this part of it. A lot of it's going away along the hill there. This is coming towards us. Kev's getting on fine. I'll have a couple more hours in this field and get it done, and then away to yard 4 to do some more OSR stubble. 718 is working away fine. I can feel it coming up the hills a little bit, just working a bit harder. Doing a nice job there, breaking up the trash. See all that dampness under there, and it's not even been that wet, so if we get a big dose of rain, this is just a carpet for slugs to grow. We take it from that stage to this stage where there's less of a kind of matting, so in theory we'll get less slug pressure. We're combining just this side of that far wood at yard 2. We're not combining yet. I said to Dunk to start at 8:30. So I don't know if we'll actually get a start because it's the rain. It's not looking too bonny. Dunk's just phone, so the rain's also on when the combine is, so we'll not be starting at 8:30. Loads coming in from Harvey just in 10 seconds through that door. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be sitting at moisture wise. I'm going to guess 12%. That'll be the wettest we've combined so far OSR wise, but there's potentially kind of 25mm on Tuesday coming, which if that comes in a short period of time, you could have massive losses in terms of yield from shattering pods. There you go. Load number 1, we'll give it a test, see what it's like. When this crop is worth just shy of £500, 480, that's with your bonuses included, it's not worth messing about. Right, we could wait till after the weather, it might get drier and a bit more ripe, but I'd rather burn a bit more diesel with the combine, burn a bit more diesel, dry in the thing, but have it sitting here in the shed before this heavy rain comes. Because the shatter on these fragile pods, it can wipe out a lot of crop. The actual crop isn't awful. 12.6, so it's pretty good. I mean, the pods do protect it a fair bit, but the greenery is like literally wet to touch. It is. You can squeeze it and get water out of it, I would think. I don't know if you can make this out, but it's not quite at the stage of squeezing water out of it, but you can see my hands are like shiny from the moisture. A lot of moisture in that. That could do with a bit more time to dye, because it's still green. 13.3 was that last one, so it's probably sitting at about 13%, so we have to dry at 4%. Rush. Got a Winter Barley Trophy to pick up at 1 o'clock at per show. It's 10 past 12. Dad's buggered off to Bristol. This is just cooling this batch. I was waiting for it to finish drying, which is done now. Cooling 21 minutes of 40, so still got a bit to go, but I need to leave and it's all going into a trailer, so we're just going to shut this down. So, right, where's my dispatch? Turn that off. We'll let the system run dry. Bottom conveyor off, elevator off, that one, and then the top of the dryer off. Shut the thing down and we'll get it emptied when I get back. Dryer bottom off, they can go off. Intake off. Elevator next. You do it in sequence of where the grain's coming and going. Coming out the base of the dryer and going into the dryer bottom. Turn that off first, then where that is going to next, which is the elevator, we'll turn that off, then the dryer top. If you did it the other way around, and let's say the grain wasn't all cleared, you thought it was cleared but it wasn't, and you turned off the top of the dryer first, this would still be feeding into that and it would all choke and go to pot. Off, dryer top, off, shut down. Jump in the pickup, I've got a change of clothes in there. I better not turn it completely manky. Let's go. We're back. Cousin Crawford also won the spring barley, so 2 Crawfords. Spring barley for him, winter barley for us. Good advert for Scottish agronomy. Maybe our fees will go up or down, I'm not sure. Back into work here, need to get that grain dryer emptied. Delivery. Thank you for your purchase. No problem, Agri Essentials. Your customers recommended you. One camera, no doubt, directly out of Wuhan, but so is everything China. Camera for the trailers. After your recommendations last video, loads of people said this camera is pretty handy. I went and bought one of. If it's good, I'll get another. Actual camera. Wow, this is heavy. The base is heavy, big magnet. 3 bars of charge, that'll do just now. Oh, there we go. Look, it's me. You're looking at me through the camera, through the other camera. We did not get it set up in time. For some reason when I put the camera at the back of the trailer, it just wasn't connecting up. Quickly empty that, get the dryer filling again. While it's filling we can fiddle. Now we're talking. I put the aerials on that and the camera out the back there and now it's picking it up, no bother, and it's quite good. So if I turn this off, the camera turns off. Well, I don't know if it goes into like sleep mode or something, but the blue lights on the camera stop, and then when you turn this on, it's back. It must have not turned off there that time, but if you leave it long enough it turns off. There we go, OSR done. I've had a total balls up. Would you like to see my balls up? Here it is. That is a pile of oilseed rape on top of a boil of barley. Nice one, Crawford. Idiot. I put a batch on to dry. Normally it takes X amount of time. I lowered what it was drying to because it was drying it too far. It was taking it to kind of 8% moisture rather than 9. Didn't account for enough time. Thought if I get back here at 10 o'clock, that'll be fine. That'll give me a bit of time until that starts coming off, or it'll just be starting to come off. Anyway, it must have been coming off for 10-15 minutes. And there's a bit in the trailer already. So I missed it. I probably missed it by 10 minutes. I was along the road having my tea. Oh, donkey. Hey ho, need to get that tidied up. We're at a very low admix here of non-OSR in the crop. I mean, there's absolutely zero barley in it for starters, which is rare. Usually you've got a good bit of barley, but you're allowed up to 2% admix, okay? So this bit here has pretty much got hee-haw barley in it. That bit there I'm going to end up taking a bit of barley. So if I end up taking 100 kilo of barley, which I definitely won't, I'll just be skimming off the bucket, it'll probably only be 20 kilos. We're working 100 kilos, that needs to mix with 10 tonne. So if we put it all into one batch in the dryer, we're not going to be above that 2% threshold of barley, and it's going to get mixed into the heap anyway, so it's going to dilute again further. As you admire my balls up. We have parted the Red Sea. I am, is it Jesus or is it Joseph? Joseph. It's worked out not too bad, there's not much I've lost there, and I've actually probably gained a bit of weight in my OSR. So I've got scope for that 2% admix, so I really should be adding more barley. Weight of black stuff is worth a lot more than weight of gold stuff. Good morning. Needing a bit of weight. An extra 500 kilos for the front of a tractor coming right up. So this weight we're going to put in the front of that weight block there. It slots on top. Harvey's setting up the discs, putting the legs back on. Kev's just about finished setting up the drill to go drill OSR, and then this weight goes in the front, and then we are good to go. Dad's loading a load of straw for a Murray lorry going to Alan Campbell. Kev and Harvey are off. Disc and drill gone. Yard 4 bound. Hoping we don't get too much rain today. It's drizzling at the moment and we can work away in this. Just don't want any proper rain, which is coming tomorrow, but there's a chuck bit that Kev disced. We don't want it getting soaking, so we're going to go and drill that first. Straws off to the west coast. Alan Campbell. That's load number 3. There's another 7 to go. 11 loads of 54 bales. 718 is just fleeing on. All the legs on. No bother. Just getting these fueled up. We ran out of fuel this morning, so didn't manage to get everything fueled up. I've got the Bowser. Dunk is in the field over topping margins, fueled him. Kev's just been fueled up, and here comes Harvey. Just been out in the cab, working well. It's probably running at 10 litres a hectare. Is that good, bad, indifferent? Let me know your opinions. I've never really looked into diesel rates that much, so I'm keener on looking at it now. Just sitting there at 9.5k. That just suits what Kev's sitting at. Don't want to run too far ahead, because if the torrential rain comes, then we don't want too much ground sitting there getting soaking wet. Brilliant. Good to see that 4 metre setup working well now. The 718 is running at about 1500 revs. When you're coming up the hill, it's going up to kind of 1800. It's working a bit harder, and the slip goes up a fair bit. You're sitting at 15% slip once you're up a little steep bit. It's got all 10 legs on, and 1.8 tonne up the front of the machine. Still need to get a stone grape on the front there. I'll probably drop 500 kilos off once we add the stone grape. Ground's firm. It's been that dry. It has loosened a little bit with the moisture, so that has helped. But I'm pleasantly surprised. It's doing a good job. It's keeping ahead of the drill. It could go faster if you wanted to, but I don't want it to. I want just to match the drill. Right, we've just got Harvey set out there on the roller, so he's going to go and roll that field. Just unloading a load of fert, which has arrived. We've dropped the big weight off for the rolling. Stone grapes on the front there. Sweet. Unloading. This was quite expensive stuff. £600 a tonne, rings a bell. We bought 2 loads, very expentive, and another 2 load, a bit less expensive. It's doing a cracking job. It's hell of a dried up. Look, it's gone that light colour because it's dry now. Brilliant. Dog's gonna get flattened. Come on, dog. Yeah, bro. Good to get that done before the rain comes. I was going to finish up there. That'll be one field done, and then we'll just see what the weather does tomorrow, because we're forecast for 20-25 mil. Keeps changing. It's gone everywhere from 15 to 35. But all we do know is it's going to be wet. It'll take it all right, especially because this isn't ploughed. It'll not go soft and soggy and horrible. It'll stay pretty firm. It's quite good, the OSR ground, doing it like this, because it's the first crop we can get back to in the spring, because it holds up well, because it's not been ploughed. There's more solidity to the soil. You've not messed with the structure, and you can travel in worse conditions than you can going into ploughed ground. This cow's collar was just over the top of its forehead and round its lug. We've got that squared up. I'll let her out. Lovely jubbly. I've just been leaving the cow catcher in the field just to get used to it. So it's not a new bit of kit arriving that they don't have a clue what it is. They're used to rubbing up against it and scratching. The only thing is I need to change those pipes, turn the ram the other way around, put olive fittings on them. Someone suggested that. Thank you very much. Good idea, because I've already wiped one of them out. There we have it. Thank you for watching. Oilseed rape yields, by the way, once they're all finished and dried, 4.65 tonnes per hectare. So decent yields, not as good as last year. Last year was phenomenal. I think they were back this year based on, again, cool spring, lack of sunshine around that time as well. And I think we got too many plants actually growing, too good an establishment, if anything. They were fighting against each other. It was too thick. They were going up the way rather than out the way. Out the way is yield, up the way is just looks good. But all in all, quite content with 4.65 tonne a hectare across the board. The variance field to field was only 0.1 of a tonne. The variance variety to variety, which we have Chrome and Crusoe, both club root resistant varieties, again only 0.1 tonne per hectare variance. Wall to wall crops, no dead spots, so happy enough. Price is good with the OSR. By the time you've got your bonuses, you're sitting at about right now just shy of £500 a tonne. It's paying well. Most of our oilseed rape, 80%, is committed to United Auctions in a pool, so they sell it. The price averages across the pool. We sold another load which was in the excess 20% the other day, so yeah, that was that, just shy of kind of £500 mark. So content, it's doing well. I'm quite keen to see what prices are available for 27, whether we can sell some forward. A little bit cautious to the fact that there's going to be a lot of oilseed rape going back in the ground. There's a lot of people going ahead. Whether you English lot manage to actually get it there because you're lacking moisture, you can't really do much yet, and whether it comes because of flea beetle. It's who knows, but I think looking at future prices might be a sensible idea. Commit some tonnage to a contract for 27. We'll look into it and find out. Cheers for watching. I'll see you on Thursday.